problem what people do. But the thing is, when you're forcing it upon everybody else now to accept it, I mean, I'm sorry, but it's just not right. I mean, you might be the greatest person, and that's fine. But it's just weird. What honestly is going on for somebody to feel that?
News in America. This just in. Promote your business here at Rant Radio Network. Call us at 855-969-RANT. That is 855-969-7268. And you'll become the headline.
Comics, movies, TV, video games, cartoons, stand-up,
and many more geeky things.
This is the Brothers Bear Podcast
live.
It's okay if I text one.
Welcome to the Brothers Bear Podcast, live, episode 5, the special Man of Steel edition episode. I am your host, Sanch, and as always, I am joined by...
Santos Medrano.
And El Super Schweddy.
Yes, and before we have some guests, but before we get into them, let's get into some shout-outs. That sounds weird. All right, you guys got some shout-outs? Go for it.
No, I don't have any shout-outs.
All right, let's introduce our guests. We're going to skip the shout-outs then.
Wait, hold on. I wanted to give a shout-out.
I'm just joking, man.
I know you were. That's why I was like testing you.
You're ready to choke me.
I was like, all right, we're not going to do it. Fine. We're moving on. We're doing live.
Oh, man. That was some good stuff right there. That's good radio right there, folks.
All right, well, say your shout-outs.
Go for it, Carlos. You first.
I just wanted to give a shout-out to my pops.
Oh.
No, I mean, I know we mentioned it, but yeah, mine and Sanch over here, our dad was in the radio biz back in the day. So for us, it's like we're following in his footsteps.
That's so cute.
Oh, we should have given the image to Alan. He could have posted it up.
No, I know.
Totally forgot about that. But anyways, yeah.
Okay,
I
think I got one, but I'll just wait till.
Oh, yeah. Let me get mine out real quick. I'd like to thank my wife for supporting me for all these years. You're the best. I love you, woman. But get serious here. I like to thank my Candy Crush friends for hooking me up with some tickets. I moved on up, man. I'm moving on up onto the next level. I like to thank Mina Gomez. I like to thank Edgar Lombera. And I also like to thank, I think it was, Ruben. You're the man, Ruben Navarro. You're the best. I'm on to the next level.
Woo!
I could have gotten in there a lot quicker, but this guy right here, I think, is hating on me. Didn't want to give me that ticket. I've asked him like 2 times already. And
I've been working because of finals.
Really hard.
I've been busy, dude. I haven't been playing.
Hey, I've seen how far you're at, dude. That's pretty far, dude.
Oh, look, there you go. That's the bottom part is my dad. His radio days, and we just, my dad, he had a while back, I posted this an image of us, and he's like, yeah, I see myself in you guys, and it's just awesome to take after my dad, so yeah, so that's awesome. That's cool. Shout out to my dad, Cesar Medrano. But anyway, but go on, Schwetz. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's it.
All right, cool.
Hook me up with some tickets, man. When I call
I
you
will.
up, dude.
All right, I'll start. I'm already on break from from school 2 weeks, so
Stop being such an asshole, fool.
I'll give you some tickets.
It's awful.
All right, man.
Thank you.
Okay,
Right.
well, we have some guests in today because, like I said, we have a huge show, and we're going to introduce... Oh, wait, actually... Well, when we introduce them, if they have a shout-out, they can do a shout-out.
Yeah,
but let's
sure.
introduce our guests. There you go, sir. First you.
From left to right.
Yes.
All right, my name is Will. Shout out to my wife, Ruth, and my mother-in-law, Anna.
Yeah.
She's a sweetheart. I love her. She buys me shirts. I'll show up, and there'll be a shirt on the table.
Like that one? Did she buy you that one?
No, not this one.
Oh, okay.
Like work shirts. I'll show up, and there'll be a work shirt just sitting
okay.
there. Oh, that's a nice shirt. And they're like the best colors, too. Like pastels.
You know my style.
Like I promised myself I'd never wear a pink shirt. My mother-in-law bought me a pink shirt, like a button-up. I rock that sucker.
Right on.
All right, so what else do you want to say? Just talk about what I read in comics and stuff like that.
Yeah, just tell us about yourself.
Oh, okay.
You introduce yourself, basically.
Well, my name is Will. Of course, I'm married, and I've been reading comics now since I was like 12 years old. I used to save my lunch money and starved myself for like a month to buy one comic.
Wow.
Yeah, I was serious,
That's
man.
dedication right
yeah,
there,
well, you'll hear some dedication the next guy too. But yeah, I'm a Marvel fan. I started off as a DC fan in the when Superman died, and I tracked DC for a while. I love Green Lantern, but I'm a Marvel at heart. So
Right on.
yeah.
All right, the next guy we got. Moving on.
My name is Ruben. Quick shout out to my wife and beautiful daughter Penelope, Sarah and Penelope.
No.
Let me.
When she's old enough, she can hear this episode.
Yeah, she look
Right now
bad.
she won't care, but
Dad, you were on a podcast? Ugh.
what's that?
I know.
And I've been a comic book reader for about 21 years already. Been same as Will, saving my lunch money, buying comic books, going to swap meet, going to local comic shop in La Puente.
Oh, yeah, I remember those swap meets too. They used to have all them comics and
Yeah.
the card collectibles.
Same
Yeah, I
thing.
remember that, dude.
Pogs.
I had the first series of the Marvel ones. Did you ever get those?
Yep,
The
series
card-
1 and series
oh, yeah,
2.
I had series 1 and series 2.
Series 1 was
It would
Jim
show
Lee.
you all the battles they'd been in and how many they won or lost.
The stats, huh?
Yeah. Like they're like baseball cards for geeks. Guys that don't get girls.
Special abilities and stuff.
yeah.
That was me.
Yeah. Some good stuff.
And right now I'm currently reading a lot of Marvel. I'm a Marvel guy.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So Cunny Avengers.
This guy's gonna cut you off now because you said that. So
All right. I'll shut up now.
he's a DC lover here.
All right, cool. And the very last guest, introduce yourself, sir.
My name is David, and a quick shout out to my girlfriend, Brianna.
Oh.
I'm the
He's got
youngest
a
one here,
girlfriend.
obviously.
Yeah.
There we go. I am a Marvel guy.
Marvel,
only,
right on.
Only been reading for a year though, but Marvel.
Oh, you're
Right
new into
now-
the game, huh?
Yeah, right now I'm just reading Superior Spider-Man. Obviously, the best storyline out there right now.
Oh,
so
wow. Superior, right?
Superior.
Awesome. All right, really quickly, you guys, favorite hero? Each of you guys, your favorite
Left to
hero?
right.
Green Lantern.
Green Lantern, awesome.
Gambit guy. I'm a Gambit.
Gambit,
Cajun.
Batman.
The
So-
Batman. Oh yeah,
Oh,
see, he's right here. We got you. Got it. Yeah.
There you
All right, awesome. Now let's get to the topic at hand. This is the whole episode. We're gonna be focusing hugely. It's a very comic episode, but a lot of it comes to movies this weekend. Man of Steel came out this weekend. I know a lot of us have seen it. Our homework was everybody watch it. And like I said, if you're tuning in and you haven't seen the movie and you don't care, continue watching. But I'm warning you now. I've been posting it all week. Spoilers, spoilers, spoilers. I'm going to say this once. Spoilers. So if you don't want to know, tune out. I mean, I know we'll probably lose viewers, whatever. It doesn't matter. I've said it from the beginning. It's all right.
He dies at the end.
All right.
Awesome, dude.
Dang it!
All right. All right.
You know that scene where the whale jumped over the rocks? I couldn't believe that was going to happen. I was like, it's going to happen. That whale's going to jump over those rocks. But, Man of Steel.
All right, well, let's get into it. Who wants to start it by telling us what they thought of the film? And then from there, we'll just go and see what happens. First guy. You know what, Carlos? Jump in. Tell us your
You know
thoughts
what?
on the film.
I really didn't want to watch it. I hate Superman. I've never cared for the character. Like I mean, I've always been like Batman, and like I had a history of people that was like, "Oh, Batman sucks." Talk about Superman. So I was just like, "You listen to me, listen to me," you know. So that's why I was very like. So I've never to this day I've never seen any Superman movie. But then,
Show me some respect, boy.
but then this started coming into hand, and then when I found out who was directing, I was like, oh. Who? Zach? Oh. So I kind of I was like a little iffy here and there. I was like kind of riding the wave.
Yeah.
And then more and more as I started reading, and the next thing you know, the trailers started popping out, and I'm like, I believe in this guy. He didn't do me wrong with Watchmen. I loved Watchmen.
yeah.
So good.
So,
The
a bunch of
beginning
people-
fight scene of that movie.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
I
mean-
watched that over and over. Just that.
Yeah, and there's a
Yeah,
lot.
just
There's
the
a
fight
lot.
scene.
That movie gets a lot of hate, but I know me and Will have talked about. We discussed this movie and we love it. Like I don't know why. It's just I don't know. I mean, for a lot of people, but it's like it does a very great adaptation from the comic to. Yeah, I know in the end there's no monster, alien monster. That does.
But I mean, the way he changed it up, it made more sense.
Yes,
than...
that's the only thing he changed in the entire storyline was that, and it still stayed. It was a 3-hour movie, and it stayed true. It stayed true to Alan Moore's novel. Really,
Yeah.
It stayed on track with the political side of it.
Yeah.
With what was happening
Alan Moore
there.
still hated on it though.
Yeah.
He's gonna hate on
It's
it.
like 99% the same movie, and you hated it. Like
It's shit. I hate it.
So yeah.
Poppycock.
So yeah, so this was like my first Superman movie. So I kind of went. I was like, well, we're gonna do a Superman episode. I'm gonna have to go watch this movie. But at the same time, I wasn't like I gotta go see it right away.
Yeah.
But since I knew we were gonna do the episode, I'm like, I'm not gonna be behind on this. So I went. I saw it yesterday, and for it being like my first Superman movie, I was like, all right. I know where I stand with the character. You know, I'm not. Yeah, like I believe now.
I can believe a man can fly.
But I mean, it's like I get it. But I really enjoyed the movie for a Superman movie. For it being my first Superman movie, not watching any of the old Christopher Reeve one, or even Superman Returns, which I'm glad. I know everyone said don't watch that movie, but this one was really like for me to go first hands on in on this. I was amazed by it, and I was satisfied from beginning to end.
Now the thing is, what you're saying right now, you're like, oh, I believe in this and that. Are you? I mean, you never watched the original film, so it might be just it's a huge coincidence, or maybe you kind of looked into it. But that was the tagline for the promotional poster for the original. What was it? 78, 79 Superman. I think it was 77 or 78. Sorry about the date, but anyways, and it showed it's like this summer you will believe a man can fly. That was like the tagline, you know, and that was like the one thing. It's like and watching it, looking back, it's like for that time, you're like. I do believe a man can fly. That is awesome. They did a good job. Ain't no CG. Ain't no Michael Bay. It's like they did a great job, you know? So if you're just saying that, it's a huge coincidence, but that's awesome that because you believe, like now you're like, all right, Superman. So it's pretty awesome.
I mean, what Zach really did with the character, and I mean, I know I already read that there's some people that hated it, but I mean, no matter what, you're going to have fanboys that are going to hate it. And I mean, like, yeah, going back really quick to Watchmen, everyone complains about a comic book movie that it's not hands-on. It's not, they changed the storyline.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
technically, Watchmen, except for the ending, was all they did was cut out the comic itself and then post it. That's all it was. That was the storyboard. And they followed it, like, literally shot for shot. But fanboys still got mad at it.
Yeah,
for
seriously. Well, from our panel of who didn't like the movie, Man of Steel? Two. We had two.
Yeah.
Just like, all right. In a little bit, we're going to be heading to break, but let's get into that. Why? Whoever wants to go first, tell us why you disliked the film. What was your issue with it? What was the problem?
Well, my main issue with the movie itself was that I didn't care for the character at all. Something different.
Character?
The main character. They didn't
Was
make
it
me
Superman?
Superman, yeah.
Yeah, but see, I didn't either. I never cared for Superman, but I walked out being like, you know what,
Okay, actually, we're gonna go to break. I was off on the time. Sorry about that. There's a timer on the. Sorry, we'll continue this talk of the hate of Man of Steel from these guys. So we'll be right back.
They pulled a Matt Damon on you like.
Hey, where you going? The Brothers Bear Podcast will be right back. No, seriously, where you going? Come back, please.
Oh, man.
TheTicketSurgeon.com. Reach us at 855-WIN-4199.
Did you get caught speeding, texting while driving, or doing anything else you weren't supposed to do?
Give us a call. Don't miss work. Don't lose out on the money. Don't get any more points. What about your insurance? Let us fight for you. TheTicketSurgeon.com at 855-WIN-4199.
What up, foodie freaks? It's Chef Bev Lazo with the Culinary Trend Show. Join me and my brigade every Thursday night from 8 to 9 p.m. where we will be cooking up some crazy stuff that will give you the appetite for discussion. It's all about the good food, good friends, and good times. Only here on RantRadioNetwork.com.
Looking for a delicious, fresh family meal that's ready when you are and easy on your budget? Welcome to Piara Pizza. We make our pizzas with handmade dough, 100% real cheese, and tomato sauce blended with our own spices. Nothing is ever frozen. We always have large pepperoni and cheese pizzas fresh and waiting for you for only $5. Or choose one of our specialty pizzas. We have veggie, meat lovers, supreme, and Hawaiian. Add an order of our amazing hot wings, cheesy bread, or breadsticks. Our locations are ultra modern, ultra clean, and open 7 days a week. Visit any one of our locations today. Or check us out on the web at www.piarapizza.com. Piara Pizza. Fresh, hot, and ready for you when you come in. Stop in for your Piara Pizza today.
What's up, guys? Sports Guru.
Hey, I'm Bud Knocker.
From the Sportscast, Wednesdays, 12 to 2 Pacific on Rant Radio Network.
We got everything you need to know about sports. We got all the latest video highlights. We got You Got Knocked the Fuck Out. We got Bonehead of the Week. We're talking sports, drinking beer, and having a good time.
If you missed the show, go to rantradionetwork.com and listen on demand. So check us out every Wednesday, 12 to 2 on Rant Radio Network.
We are the Three Guys Rant with Arvin, Mike, and Phil. Coming to you on the Rant Radio Network every Monday from 6 to 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. You can call us at 855-69-THE-3-GUYS.
It's not the Three Guys. This is why you should turn in, because one has Tourette's. The other one's illiterate.
You really should listen, then you never know what's going to happen.
855-69-3-GUYS. G-U-Y-S and the number 3, not the.
Faces for radio, voices for the deaf.
Look forward to talking to you.
Hey, I'm audio candy. I don't know about you guys.
Hi, I'm Aaron Michael Sanchez.
And I'm Kelly V. Dolan.
And we are excited to announce our show Live with Aaron and Kelly is on Rant Radio Network. What do we talk about on our show, Kelly?
We talk about everything from entertainment to business and tech, and we have a few laughs in between.
That's right. Go check us out on rantradionetwork.com. That's rantradionetwork.com.
Check it out.
What's up, everyone? Sports Guru here. Sick of looking at the same old boring websites? Well, check out thenewsportsguru.com for all the hottest trending videos and all the biggest sports news. Become a VIP for only $4.99 and get premium access to everything the Sports Guru has to offer. The beautiful Gurus girls, all my biggest sports picks, and much more. So get off that porn site and check out thenewsportsguru.com.
Comics, movies, TV, video games, cartoons, stand-up,
and many more geeky things.
This is the Brothers Bear Podcast
live.
Listen until you're like, okay.
All right, we're back.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Crap out of here, man.
We are back, ladies and gentlemen. Back to the special Man of Steel episode. We had one of our guests, Ruben, talking, so he's going to continue talking about his hate for the Man of Steel. Go on, sir.
All right, I try to do the same thing as Carlos over here, but I never thought that, how would I say this? I don't really care about Superman.
I didn't either, but I walked away appreciated with the character.
But I try to go in there with a clean slate. I try to open my mind, go in there like, all right, let's watch this.
With the story of Superman and all that?
Yeah,
like
I forget everything about the whole mythology about it, and I try to go in there with a clean slate.
Well, why don't you like Superman? What's wrong with Superman?
Well,
no, he's super, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's Superman, but...
And a man.
He's got blue tights.
Yeah.
It's a valid
He
point.
just didn't age well. Let's just say that. His mythology,
come on,
you have a guy with superpowers and pretty much is unstoppable, but the only thing that could stop him is
that's not true. David Blaine and Chris Angel could hurt him. His magic is his weakness. All right? You get Houdini on his back and David Copperfield and Man of Steel.
Hey, does he sleep?
Yeah, he sleeps.
Does he, like, poo and...
See, I used to question that about heroes. Why don't comics focus on them pooing? Like, Batman is a human. He's not an alien. So when he's out there with the Joker, does he ever get diarrhea and be like, hold on, I gotta go to the bathroom? Same thing with Peter Parker, human being, right? Just got a little bit of, do they ever get stomach aches?
So I think what they need to write is a comic book about superheroes just pooping just for something.
Exactly.
Just so we can cure that age-old question, do they poop? So that's
do regular stuff,
so
though,
that
you know?
itch can be scratched.
I'm pretty sure those will all be variant covers.
Yeah,
so
there
we
you
can
go.
we can be
They're
like,
on
hey,
toilet.
they're just like us.
Yeah, you're not so super after all.
Yeah, connection.
Or they could make a children's book saying superheroes poop.
Yeah, see, there you go.
There you
Yeah,
go.
better
That's,
hurry. Someone's gonna steal
you're
that
sick.
idea.
Trademark it. Trademark it.
Yeah, I'm gonna get a shirt that says "Superheroes are people too."
And then show them like in a bathroom stall. All right, but anyways, continue going, sir, about your hate about the film. Focus more. Like, what? Tell us what you didn't like about the movie. Like, I know you didn't go in liking the character, but tell us the film. Let's talk about the movie. Like, what?
Well, the film itself was that it was kind of boring.
You're boring.
Really?
It was boring. It was boring.
Fight you over, man.
Yes.
What the hell is wrong with you?
Yeah. What is wrong with you?
I give them that. They had good action scenes, but it's something that it's not something we haven't seen before. We've seen it in the Avengers. We've seen it in all the action films, the destruction of a city.
Yeah,
That's
no
another
matter
thing.
what. So that means, but the way you're saying, if that's the same structure, any Marvel movie from this point on, or any DC movie, is going to be doing that too. So you're going to get bored of those movies.
Yeah, you're complaining about an action scenes that since an action movie hasn't existed, it's like, all right, you know what? I don't like the original Die Hard because it's like there's action in it. Why? Because a movie prior to that had action. Like there's always been action in movies. So what's the issue with the film?
Not so much
having
with the action, but also about the
It's
character
dull.
itself too. I didn't care for it. They didn't give enough character development on him for me to care about him.
Really?
So you're talking about the backstory?
Yeah, the backstory. Yeah.
But see, that was one thing that I gave hands up on because I love the way they did the backstory, which confused me in the beginning because it started off like him as a child and boom, he's already an adult. I'm like, wait,
Yeah.
I was expecting that like 7 years later. That threw me off. But then I loved how it was cutscenes going back here and there, and I didn't like that. I love that it wasn't just a complete like an hour of him growing up, and then no, it was just like
Spider-Man style.
yeah.
Yeah. See, and that's great because every time they do like some reboot, we're always going to get the origin story. You know for a fact they're going to do another Batman film and they're going to do the origin all over again. We don't need it. We know enough. Superman came from Krypton and he landed, with the Christ, I can't even think of their last name. What are the
Krypton.
No, the
No, wait.
parents is in
the Kents.
The Kent. Yeah, there we go. Why didn't it even come to my head? But anyways, at that point, we know the origin story. We don't need to get so in depth. So you're complaining that there wasn't enough origin, but yeah, we got that last time, and we got that the time before. We know the origin. You just touch on it a bit. So you're an issue with like, oh, we didn't get enough origin. Like, why do you want a whole film
Well,
on
it's
that?
not the enough origin. It's not that, but just he was not a likable character for me.
You're not a likable character.
To me, it wasn't. Honestly, he was not a likable character, and the fact that there was that Jonathan Kent died to save a dog.
Hold on a second.
Hey, wait, hold
He
on.
died
Yeah.
like a G. I'll say that. Like when
Yeah,
he just
yeah.
went like this.
Yeah,
I was like,
seriously.
that's the best. I want to die like that. Like save a dog and a tornado comes and I just go. This is this say on my tombstone.
My only
Died
problem with
in a tornado. Like he died like a G. Like
Yeah,
right.
seriously.
Like he just went.
Yeah.
You know,
Nah.
come on. That's the best way to go.
I cried.
Yeah, there you go. That's what I was
cried.
going to say. How many of you cried or had a rock in your throat? I'll admit I cried on that scene, man. That gets to me twice. I've seen it. And
I
it's
was
made me-
hoping for that dog to recreate the scene from Independence Day where the dog's
Oh,
like
yeah.
running. Come on!
And the flames are coming. My dog would be terrified. He would just go.
What else are you gonna do? No, really, naturally, I'm sure a lot of people would do the same thing
Yeah.
too, right? Something like that. I'm like,
I don't know if I would.
We're like, oh well, we go to the pound later. Go get another one.
I'm surprised PETA's not up on that movie because how many dogs were in that damn movie? Did you see how many transition of different dogs there was in the movie?
No.
Yeah, there was like
yeah,
that's
first
not
it
the
was
same
the-
dog
yeah.
as the nope. That like I was expecting like an old timey dog barely like limping and all that.
Yeah, you're right. How come they've had it?
I know it has
since he
nothing to
was
do
a
with
kid?
movie, but I was like I like dogs.
Shouldn't that dog? Yeah, should have been all weak and old. I
That's
mean,
how
maybe,
my in-laws have a dog like that, and it's like almost dead. Like I feel so bad. Like I want to take it so it can retire at my house, and that dog's like 80 years old, and the poor thing he like kind of just like.
I was expecting Super Dog at one point or whatever that dog is.
Crypto.
There we go, Crypto.
all right. Well. All right. What about you, Will? What was your issue with it? I mean, Ruben named some.
Hey.
Yeah.
Well,
Let's get
it's
into
not necessary hate. I found a lot of issues.
Bring out your points.
Okay, my points. Okay, so there was really three things about the movie.
Okay.
For me, first, the beginning of the movie, I thought the beginning was fantastic. They portrayed Krypton great.
Yes.
They did a fantastic job of that. But everything in between that and then the fight scenes were great. We finally got to see Superman throw a punch.
Yes.
We finally got to see him in a fight display his powers, his speed, which I thought was fantastic.
Okay.
But the story in between Lois Lane trying to find out who he was, which I thought was ridiculous because that doesn't happen in the comics. But the way she went looking, and the fact that she found out who he was so early in the story, that wasn't true to the story. And then at the same time, him developing a relationship, trying to develop a relationship with the military, and that I had an issue with. I just thought it was ridiculous. And then those are the two things I liked. And the third thing I liked about the movie was Michael Shannon. Okay, I don't know about you, but like when you watch Dark Knight, you just want to see the Joker the whole time because he like I would literally fast forward to the Joker scenes just to watch him. I felt the same way about Michael Shannon. I thought he did a fantastic job.
Did great.
This is my favorite part of the entire movie, was when he was on trial and he goes, "I will find him, I will find him, I will," and he screamed it out. I was like, that was freaking fantastic.
I was standing in the theater. Anybody? No.
Yeah, I thought he did. But those were
that was right before the Phantom Planet Zone.
Exactly.
I just gotta say, I'm not gonna get vulgar on this, but those look like phallusks. Okay, the things.
Oh, the things are shot.
Yes, all right. Yeah.
I was like, all right. I've covered my daughter's eyes.
Yeah, dude. Well, what is this? What?
You didn't see that? You didn't notice that?
Yeah.
I thought the same thing when they freeze them and shot them.
Yeah, it kind of looked like, hey, what's going on here?
Yeah. Well, so those are the only three things I liked about the movie.
Okay.
And I hated that they took, like, you know what messed it up for me? You ever watch those YouTube videos, Cinema Sins? You ever watch those Cinema Sins? Those completely messed it up for me because now I look for every flaw in a movie. So it destroyed it for me. So when they took him and made him a reporter at the end of the movie, he's this very public figure now. Everybody knows who he is. He sat in front of a camera with the military at least 100 times. And now he's a reporter with just glasses on. Nobody's going to recognize him. I thought that was dumb. If they would have kept that. They basically took two Superman movies and made it in one movie. That's what they did. They took part 1 and part 2 and made it one movie. And I thought what Zack Snyder was going to do, and typically Zack Snyder makes long movies.
Oh, it wasn't long either?
Yeah, it was like 2.5 hours.
Yeah, 2.5 hours.
Like 2.5 hours.
That's a good amount.
I think he crammed too much. This is where I can agree. This is where I kind of disagree. He crammed too much backstory in it. It was just too much. I think what the first movie did really well is they kept it in chronological order. You saw where he came from, saw him grow up, saw him become a reporter, and then saw him reveal himself as Superman. I think if they would have done it that way and kept it true to the first movie and the second movie, I think it would have played out perfect. But I could see why critics hated it so much because I was watching. At first, I was becoming enthralled by the fight scenes and the special effects and buildings falling down.
Yeah.
But then, what really took me away from it was the story. I just thought the story was jumbled. That's why, like right after I text Santos, I was like, Superman was kind of a hot mess.
Yeah, and I was just like, don't tell me about it. I'm gonna wait till the show. See, but the thing is, all right, what's the constant thing? Like when you hear about one of the main jokes when it comes to Superman, you always hear like, how is it that Lois Lane is constantly being saved by Superman, but yet she doesn't even know he's Clark Kent? I like that they revealed right from the front because that's always the joke.
There you go.
See, that's the thing.
This is what I
always say that. That's always the joke in comics. Like it was a different time then when this comic was released with Lois Lane. It's like, all right, it's easy to get away with that. In this day and age, come on, she's a reporter. She knows what's up. She's a Pulitzer Prize winner. Like she has the knowledge to find out if she doesn't know.
Times have changed, my friend.
Tell me how retarded it was when they go up in the plane. They take her with them. Like, why does she need to be there?
Because she knew how to do it.
Yeah, she knew what was up. It's just
she
like
couldn't tell somebody this is how you do it. She couldn't give them directions. And then when the plane explodes, she's the only one that survives. Like she falls out the plane, the whole plane blows up. I thought that was I was like,
no, it's just like Armageddon. They could only drill in that comic.
And then when the beam was hitting and all the buildings are falling over, come on, they couldn't kill Perry. Like he was right there. I just felt that. The plot felt a little rushed. They crammed too much into the storyline, and I think this is what they were counting on. Zack Snyder, aside from Dawn of the Dead, he does a lot of movies with a ton of special effects. And I guess he probably thought that with all these special effects, that will really distract people from a crappy storyline, which it really was. It was a terrible story.
Maybe they were also aiming for a chick flick type of thing. You know, like you can include the women in watching this movie.
That was like,
for men.
Oh yeah, with the fight scene. But the thing is, like, I think who really made that movie, and this is just my honest opinion, was just like the last Batman movie. That movie sucked, in my opinion. But Bane was fantastic.
Yeah,
Bane was great. I love the scene that sticks out for me is when Bane was beating up Batman. That was probably the best scene in the whole movie. Zod was the best part of that entire movie. Lois Lane was annoying.
You're annoying right now.
So that's my opinion. If I was to give it like a grade, I'd give it like a C. Solid C. That's it.
Right.
Wow, that's awful, dude.
That's it. I just saw Star Trek yesterday. That movie's amazing.
Yeah, I want to.
Have you seen it?
No, I want to. Check
Oh
it out,
my
though.
God! Please go see Star Trek because every minute of that movie is great.
Yeah,
if J.J. Abrams would have did Superman, I think we would have had a completely different movie. I think we'd had a better story
With
development.
some lens flares.
Well, I gotta cut you guys off. We'll be right back. We gotta go to break, ladies and gentlemen.
One more opinion too coming up.
Yeah.
You're next, bro.
Yeah.
Do this.
Sorry for
now.
being angry, guys, but that movie was terrible.
Hey guys, we'll be right back with the Brothers Bear Podcast live, so feel free to stock up on them goodies.
To watch our stupidity live, head over to RantRadioNetwork.com. Colors and night.
TheTicketSurgeon.com. Reach us at 855-WIN-4-199.
Did you get caught speeding, texting while driving, or doing anything else you weren't supposed to do?
Give us a call. Don't miss work. Don't lose out on the money. Don't get any more points. What about your insurance? Let us fight for you. TheTicketSurgeon.com at 855-WIN-4-199.
The experts know that for pastry, Baker's Bodega has it all. Exclusive brands like Westco Bankmark, Satin Ice, and Pastry Pride. One-on-one day seminars for cake decorating and gelatin art. So for our service, wide range of ingredients and supplies, and for the low prices, Baker's Bodega has it all. But you don't need to be an expert. Baker's Bodega, 7869 Paramount Boulevard in Pico Rivera. Come, we're waiting for you.
We are the Three Guys Rant with Arvin, Mike, and Phil. Coming to you on the Rant Radio Network every Monday from 6 to 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. You can call us at 855-69 The Three Guys.
It's not the three guys. This is why you should turn in, because one has Tourette's. The other one's illiterate.
You really should listen, and you never know what's going to happen.
855-69-3-GUYS, G-U-Y-S, and the number 3, not the.
Faces for radio, voices for the deaf.
Look forward to talking to you.
Hey, I'm audio candy. I don't know about you guys.
This is Becca Bateau. When I'm not reading 50 Shades of Grey and driving men crazy, I spend my time dreaming about the Three Guys Rant. Arvin, Mike, and Phil. Yeah, right.
Hey, bro, this is a good game. You know what would make it better?
What, bro?
A michelada.
A michelada? What's a michelada?
A michelada is somewhere in the middle of a Mexican Bloody Mary and a Mexican margarita.
Oh, I got you covered, bro.
You got a cup in your pocket?
No, sir. I got my pocket-sized michelada. Mucho macho michelada.
Pocket size?
Pocket size, so you can take it with you anywhere you go.
Where'd you get that at?
At the nearest convenience store, and you can also buy it at muchomachomichelada.com.
You know what will make it better? After we get drunk, if they had a line we could call.
We can call their drunk line. You can leave a message and then log on to the site and listen to your stupidity afterwards.
What's that number?
It's 855-MICHE-69.
What's that number again?
855-MICHE-69.
Awesome. Mucho macho michelada.
Dirty Truth Radio Show, where we'll be talking about relationships,
marriage,
how to have sex,
dating,
first dating,
what not to do while dating.
why middle-aged women are very easy,
Don't talk about sex on the first date.
why shouldn't you,
Don't say X about on the first date.
why religion should never be mentioned,
And demasculate.
and demasculating men,
Alpha male.
and alpha male. Why women love alpha males but won't admit it.
Yes, we do.
On Tuesdays from 6:30 to 7:30 p.m. only on RantRadioNetwork.com.
Comics, movies, TV, video games, cartoons, stand-up,
And many more geeky things. This is the Brothers Bear Podcast
live.
All right, there was a lot of hate in the. Well, not hate. It was just dislike of Superman. All right, hate. But let's get in some positive. We got our last guest, David. He's gonna tell us about his thoughts on the movie. Tell us. Go on, sir.
I'm gonna give a huge, tagline. I honestly think, a lot of people hate me for saying this. I honestly think it's better than Batman Begins.
No!
That is awful. You get out of here right now, man.
You know what?
I have time for this.
I have to disagree with
I'm
that.
a huge,
I have to disagree with
massive
that.
Batman fan. Everyone knows me that. I love it, you know. And it actually, I agree with you. It is.
Batman
It is
Begins.
best Batman Begins.
No, that
Yes,
left ball. He just threw a left ball at you.
I knew something was up the moment I saw him wearing a Superman shirt. Like, what's
Yeah.
going on?
Oh my god.
What's going on?
Show yourself.
No.
Show yourself, bro.
But anyways, continue going on.
The number one thing I loved about the movie is how destructive they made Superman look. You can't stop him.
Yeah.
He addressed it like, you guys can't stop me. I'm doing this to appease you. I'm here right now just for fun.
Yeah.
And to see some nice lady.
Yeah.
But honestly, General Zod, amazing. Love the Krypton. Really had a Star Trek feel to the beginning.
Yeah,
I was
it
like,
did.
is this like Star Trek?
Yeah.
I really
There
liked
goes
it.
Star Trek.
It was Star Trek. It was Star Trek Part 2.
There you go.
I loved it. I do love how they ended it with like Superman could. This public view is almost like some people might like him. Some people he just destroyed an entire city.
Yeah.
Like
Come on,
so.
man, for that.
If they're gonna do a
Come on.
Justice League movie, they set it up perfectly because they gotta stop the Superman. I see Batman wanting to stop Superman because he's a threat to humanity.
Yeah, that's true. I actually, you know, that would be a good.
That was in the animated series too,
Yeah.
wasn't it? In the part 2, right? They brought that up. Didn't he killed Superman?
Well, so the thing is, Batman was trusted with a piece of kryptonite from Superman because he knew that if anybody can stop me, you would do it.
Yeah.
So if I ever
Wow,
got out
that's
of control, you could stop me. So
Yeah,
he actually gave.
AWOL, bro.
Yeah, he trusts Batman enough.
Yeah, he
to-
trusts Batman enough to give him. He said in a lead box, he gives him kryptonite if you ever need to stop me here. And Batman's like, all right, I got you.
Happy
Take it.
birthday.
I'll put you down. I don't care.
If I had too many,
I love
just
you,
take
bro.
your back.
He's all ready to
I
stab
love you
him.
enough to kill you.
But I like where you're going with that. I mean, it's gonna take place in that universe. Unlike Batman, no other heroes existed in the world. Like that's the
Yeah,
one
that's
thing.
awful.
With this one, if you notice that
Ridiculous.
the satellite when they're fighting on the satellite, you see it right there. It says Wayne and a
No, I didn't
Yeah.
notice that.
yeah. On
Like
the
I
satellite.
noticed the little nuggets that they had. Like I don't know about you guys, but if you've read I was mentioning the Red Sun storyline, it gets to the end of the storyline of the Red Sun, and you find out that Kryptonians are actual direct descendants of Luthor. That's why they're called Jor-El for Luthor, and it traces their lineage, and you find out that Kryptonians are actually humans, but they've evolved. They're super smart.
Yeah.
So when Jor-El, the computer program Jor-El was telling the story for the first time, their spacesuits look exactly like
Yes.
Lex Luthor's.
I noticed
like
that.
Lex
That was one
Luthor's
thing I
armor.
thought, too.
Yeah.
So
I noticed that too.
there was like Zack Snyder
crazy.
always throws little nuggets out there. And that was one
Yeah.
of the LexCorp.
Did you guys also notice the other little cool thing that in that little like where he's telling them the whole story of their his past, his race and his
Yeah.
people, when it shows the scene when like they ship out Superman out, like it shows his little spaceship, it doesn't look like the spaceship that he flew out in. It's actually a cool little homage to the Richard Donner Superman. 'Cause
Really?
that's what it looked like.
It looked
the
exactly
spaceship.
like
Yeah,
that one.
It looked exactly like that. And that I was like, I caught that. I was like, dude, that's a little homage to like a wink to like Richard Donner Superman, like because that's exactly what the spaceship looked like. He flew away. But
Crazy.
yeah. But anyways, keep going, sir.
The fight scene was the best fight scene I've ever seen in an action movie.
No,
Hands down.
which
That's
fight
a
scene?
bold
All of them?
statement.
That-
That's a
honestly,
bold
just
statement.
because-
Hey,
Come
you're
on.
young, bro.
Zod or
He's young. Leave him alone, man. He's a little kid, man.
But he haven't seen any movies. He
Yeah,
hasn't
I know.
even seen Pee-wee's Big Adventure. So
There was a fight scene in that movie.
Yeah, there is.
come on, the pool scene. That's the best fight scene ever. When he's fighting Francis.
Yeah, I like when he shows up at the door. He's like, if Francis is taking a bath. Oh, really? Where are they hosing him down? I love that line. Although he's kind of out, he's like, oh, that's why you gotta watch it, dude. Seriously, Pee-wee's Big Adventure, watch it. Great movie. But anyways, keep going.
I do want to see Marvel do something similar with Thor. Thor is a god. He should be destroying cities like that. When he fights someone, he should be just
I know, he's
destructive.
all mild mannered.
Yeah, right. He should have leveled New York. If he's the god of thunder, you know.
Yeah,
true.
his mind's on the Black Swan. That's why. Where is she
I'm
at?
not really interested in Thor, to be honest with you. I'm looking more forward
He's
to.
a god, man. What are you talking about, dude?
Well, I'm looking more forward to Captain America: Winter Soldier.
Yep.
There you go.
Like I could care less for Thor. I'm a huge Captain America.
Well, since you guys brought up that whole the Superman leaving like spots here and there, bringing up Batman and all that, is that like a precursor to Justice League?
But see, here's the thing too, because
And is the story?
It'll be tough to pull off.
The storyline that they came up with right now is that like they had to mix some of that DC the Justice League in it too. Like they thought about that in making this storyline up. To bring up like everybody else, I guess.
Well, what I was disappointed with was, and I texted Santos. I'm actually texting Santos when I'm watching the movie, and I was like, dude, is there a little ending scene? Are they going to show like Bruce Wayne call someone or say something, or to introduce it? But they just do these little snippets of things.
Didn't they do that with Avengers?
Yeah, they did that with Well, they did it with Avengers. They did it with all the little Avenger movies,
Iron
like
Man.
the superhero
You got to
movies.
think about it. Iron Man was the precursor to everything. Iron Man started the whole lead of Phase 1. Iron Man was the thing, and that. This is really the beginning, but that's one of my issues. I'll get into my issues later on in the show, but that was one of the problems I had, that they should have done something more than just like the little like, oh, LexCorp or like, hey, Wayne Enterprises.
Yeah,
it's
it was
like,
too little, right?
Yeah, like the way I would have ended the film, it's like credits roll, whatever, right at the very end. I would have shown a scene because obviously you don't know who the Batman is going to be, but I would have had it where it would have been Bruce Wayne, like he's not in the costume, looking at his monitors, seeing like the destruction of Superman, and then right there with Alfred, closely watching him, and like maybe whoever the actors are going to be, but you can't see face, and they're just talking about who's this guy. Well, I'm going to find out more about him. So it's kind of like leading Batman's going to look into like who the hell this guy is. I would end it in some way like that, where he's in the Batcave watching footage of Superman, but
they wanted to do that. Nolan wanted to do that.
Oh, they did?
And he said when they asked him like, hey, is this going to happen? He would not reveal information on it. It kind of left us guessing, and I was kind of disappointed that he just went to say no, because I was totally expecting a stinger at the end, having Batman there. Didn't happen.
You sit there the whole like 5-minute credit sequence and nothing.
Yeah, it was a lot of credits. My daughter had to go to the bathroom. She's
See,
like, I gotta go, Dad. I was like, hold it.
But like
that's how I was waiting for Santos' response. I was like, come on, dude, my daughter gotta go to the bathroom.
But see, like Schweddy was saying, this is gonna lead, and I that's the one thing I was really hoping, that this movie was gonna be a hit, because if it was a hit and it made money, that's what it was gonna lead to. It was gonna lead to a Justice League movie. Instead, they went the opposite route. No, it was a hit. So hopefully we do. Yeah, it was a hit.
Yeah, it's already made over $150 million.
Well, not a critical one, then I guess is what I mean.
Yeah,
who cares about that?
But I think that like when Dark Knight came out, that movie stayed on the charts for a really long time. But see, the thing is, right now you have World War Z coming out. You got all these different movies. You got Pacific Rim. Those are gonna knock Superman out so quick. It's gonna be ridiculous. It's going to make its money, but it's gonna fade out quickly. It's not gonna have that kind of staying power. I'm gonna let you know right now. It's not gonna. Because this Friday got World War Z. Come on, seriously.
I agree with you that it's not gonna really have longevity in that sense, but it will stay on the top 5, I believe.
Well, I'm gonna download it as soon as it comes out. I'll tell you that.
I'm gonna go to a laundromat in Almani and just wait for some dude to sell it to me for $5.
But aside, like what else did you enjoy about it? True that. What else did you enjoy about it?
I definitely love we're done with the underpants over the costume.
Yeah, New 52,
Yeah,
right?
New 52
exactly.
costume. It was amazing.
What?
He doesn't have the red underwear, the briefs,
that's awful, dude.
It
makes Superman, dude.
Yeah, but he does look like the current Superman in the comics right now.
Yeah,
the whole reboot of the DC world, he looks like that. So
Kinda
I like
reminds
that.
me of that X-Men reboot when they were all black.
Oh, that was dumb, because they didn't even. But Superman does look the way he does right now, currently in the comics.
Yeah.
That's the thing. X-Men did not. They were like, oh, I'm black. That was stupid. Yeah, they made a joke like, oh, well, you want to wear yellow spandex? They should have. Like,
They
come
should,
on.
yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Damn it, they should have.
Yeah. But I agree with you with the costume.
And the origin story, I liked it. Like, I agree with you. It was better than having like a good hour and a half just watching somebody grow up. I liked how they did it.
Yeah, he always has flashbacks. See, that's what I like. There's sometimes movies where you're just sitting there waiting. Like, hurry up and get in the suit. But right away, like, you see him using his powers, and that was great. I like that, how he builds and they would jump back and forth.
I like the child aspect. Like, he's already he's beast immedially. Like,
yeah.
You liked it when he had his shirt off, didn't you?
I cried. I cried
at that scene too.
Well, Schweddy, you had an issue with the actor, right? Didn't you say something about the actor? Like, you had an issue with the actor or something?
Yeah, man. I thought he looked like like Mark Anthony, dude.
What?
That guy looked.
Mark Anthony's head's like this big on a little body. Come on, man.
What
Seriously.
do you mean, Mark Anthony? Are you sure you're thinking of the same? What?
Yeah, the main Superman guy.
Yeah.
You look totally like Mark Anthony.
How?
Can we get pictures of that?
I don't even know.
Come on, Carlos, come in on this one, dude.
Alan,
I'll
please
pass,
put a
dude.
picture
I'll
of Mark
pass.
Anthony
Hey,
on
if Mark Anthony does Mighty Mouse, then maybe I'll watch it. That's Superman. Come on, bro. Where are they going with this?
Yeah, I come to save the day.
Doesn't make sense.
With J-Lo in the background and his 2 kids.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Wait, are they still together?
No, they're not together.
Okay.
Let's
Oh,
do
they're
it.
not?
No.
Does he start crying right now?
It's awful, man.
You don't read In Touch magazine? Are you serious?
She's single again?
There's no
she's
music
not,
coming.
right?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of stuff that I liked about it. I have some issues. I don't have much time to it, but the next segment I'll give my thoughts on the film. I haven't really been able to give my thoughts, so we'll get into it, and then you guys could have a rebuttal or whatever. So as we
Rebuttal.
you know.
Hate.
Yeah.
Hate.
Because we've already had all our
We will
guests
get you to
talk,
hate this
and
movie.
hopefully you guys could speak in on what I'm going to say. Carlos, everybody. Schweddy, he's the only one that didn't get to see it, but it's all right.
Mark Anthony, bro.
Yeah, that's what held him back. That's what held him back. Mark Anthony, you just
Wants
saw
to
Mark
see Mark
Anthony. You're like,
Anthony,
forget
dude.
it, dude. I don't. You're like, eh.
Mark Anthony for 2.5 hours in tights. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, you ever seen Hackers? Remember he was in Hackers?
He was in Hackers? Mark Anthony was in
Yeah,
Hackers?
he was in Hackers. He played one
When?
of like the FBI computer cops.
What?
Yeah, dude, don't you? I love that movie.
He was in
Hackers.
Hackers?
Yes, he was in Hackers.
I didn't even notice.
Yeah, but don't worry. We're gonna be going to break, and we'll continue our Man of Steel talk, ladies and gentlemen.
Hate.
So-
Hate. I will get you to hate this movie before.
All right, we'll see.
Well, like Dark Knight, I've watched.
This is the Brothers Bear Podcast Live. We're gonna come back, so please come back. Yo.
A home is the biggest investment in most people's lives. Buying or selling should be a positive experience.
Whether you want to be a wealthy real estate investor or just trying to find a place to call home. At AJR & Associates, we focus on the client's needs.
We understand the market better than most. Let us bring the value to you and make the right choice.
AJR & Associates, making your dream house a reality. Call us today for a free consultation at 562-842-7149. Or you can log on to www.agrrealtors.com.
With a track record of great results, bringing knowledge, wisdom, and expertise to you. Hablamos español.
Welcome to the Monster Marketing Group, your one-stop shop for all your marketing needs. Anything you need to make that marketing and advertising campaign stand out, we're your people. Concept, design, production, social media, anything that you can dream up, we're going to make happen for you. And we can do it in a very quick turnaround. Please give us a call at 888-49-MONSTER.
What up, foodie freaks? It's Chef Bev Lazo with the Culinary Trend Show. Join me and my brigade every Thursday night from 8 to 9 p.m. where we will be cooking up some crazy stuff that will give you the appetite for discussion. It's all about the good food, good friends, and good times. Only here on rantradionetwork.com.
We are the Three Guys Rant with Arvin, Mike, and Phil. Coming to you on the Rant Radio Network every Monday from 6 to 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. You can call us at 855-69 The Three Guys.
It's not the Three Guys. This is why you should turn in, because one has Tourette's. The other one's illiterate.
You really should listen, then you never know what's going to happen.
855-69 Guys. G-U-Y-S and the number 3, not the.
Faces for radio, voices for the deaf.
Look forward to talking to you.
Hey, I'm audio candy. I don't know about you guys.
You have entered the Twilight Zone.
Just kidding. It's only Rat Radio Network.
You're listening to What Honesty Feels Like with Christine Sawicki that airs every Tuesday from 8 to 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. You can catch us on rantradionetwork.com. If you're one of the most successful people in the world, I want to talk to you. I want to know how you got there, where you're going, and who you're giving back to. So call me at 855-969-7268 and check in with me, the most successful people in the world.
Comics, movies, TV, video games, cartoons, stand-up,
and many more geeky things.
This is the Brothers Bear Podcast
live.
I think so we come up here because
No,
this is good
because
stuff.
Mercury Insurance would handle that situation because they're no good. They're gonna know. All right, there's no possible way he could have
Basically,
been
what
able to
happened
pull that
is
off.
I threw coffee at a guy.
Yeah,
went
they're gonna
outside,
know. See,
and he rammed a bunch of telephone poles through my truck.
what do you
Like,
what,
Welcome
what do you
back to the
expect
Brothers Bear
Superman to do?
Podcast, ladies and
Yeah,
gentlemen.
well, we're back. What do you expect them to punch him in the face? He can't. He had to walk away. That was his issue with Superman. He knew every single time if he would have
in the
laid
second
his hands.
Superman movie, he just walked away. That's Superman. That's who he is.
Superman,
He
dude.
takes the right. Please, I'm
Hey,
sorry.
you know what? Christopher Reeve was probably like with the whole script and shit. You better put that down, bro. Superman does not do that. All right?
And what does Superman stand for,
He's
too?
dead, right?
Truth, justice, and the American way.
I meant at that time, bro. I meant at that time. Dude.
Oh, okay, sorry. Yeah, true that.
I just want to make sure you're aware that he's no
All right,
longer.
so you're saying in the script back when they had that, and he's like, no.
No, change that. That's not how Superman rolls.
True that.
All right, Schweddy, I just want to let you know. All right, so he's dead, and then J-Lo and Mark Anthony are broken up. So just to keep you up to date in the world.
Sure.
Yeah. All right, well, we're continuing our discussion.
Were we
about,
live when we were talking about
Yeah,
that?
we're
Okay,
live now.
That's good stuff.
All right, look, okay, so
Wait, hold on. I got cut off earlier. The only thing that I wanted to quickly say, too,
That's
is
fine.
that I love the fact that no mention whatsoever or you ever saw any kryptonite in this movie.
Yes.
That was
Yes.
one thing that I loved. I was like,
Same
thank
here.
you.
I'll give that. I will.
And the fact, and of course, no, like, yeah, you had LexCorp stuff being brought up here and there, like, quick little teaser. But I love the fact that his name never got mentioned.
Yes.
Never talked about him, nothing. But see, I know just because how, like, the one thing I do know that they squeezed everything in really quick, but it's because you think about it. DC has a lot of catching up to do. So that's why it's like, why waste another movie or two movies to do everything within like a space? Like, they could have done that maybe on the second one, but instead it's like, you know what, let's get this done with it now. So on the second one, boom, we have a bigger story than this one.
Yeah.
Now
Brainiac.
the fact
for
that
the win.
I feel that Lex will come out in the second one, but not be a main villain or anything
Yeah.
like that. But they're going to introduce him. Reason being, as bad as Metropolis was destroyed, I was thinking about No Man's Land from Batman, thinking how much Lex fixed Gotham during the No Man's
Yeah, that's
Land
true.
series.
That's true.
So who else can fix Metropolis other than Lex?
Yeah, that's true. And then, yeah, you know what? You're right. And then he's actually, I believe Lex is gonna come out and he's gonna twist Superman around in the sense of he's gonna be like, look at what he did to our city. He's gonna make Superman become a villain in the sense like to the world. They're gonna be like, yeah, you're right. He destroyed our city. All these people. Because that's one thing I wanted to get into. Like, when I saw that happen, 9/11 too. That's all I could think of.
Yeah.
All these what the hell? Like they're fighting in the city. Millions of people died. Like, there's no way, especially when that first, what is that? The
thing hit?
Yeah, the Ultra Machine. You see all these cars fly up the first part. Well, if you look closely, you see all these people flying up too. And then they get slammed down. Like, they were killed. Buildings collapse. Like, I mean, come on.
Yeah.
In 9/11.
Well, not to play down 9/11, but I don't think anybody was like too soon because 9/11.
No. I mean, come on.
Because I mean, when they did another movie, I forgot what it was. When they actually had a building falling over or something like that, people were like all super sensitive. And it was totally understandable. It was 9/11.
Well, I'm not saying it was
But-
like they were crossing boundaries. What I'm saying is, like, when that happened, obviously a lot of people died, right? In this, massive amount of buildings were crushed. There was no way there was in time for evacuation. I mean, if you look at Perry White, and Jenny Olsen, that was weird. Jenny Olsen, what happened to Jimmy Olsen? Okay,
Right.
it was a
What?
flip-up.
I didn't notice
they
that.
flipped it, yeah.
I was waiting for them to mention Jimmy Olsen.
That chick that was trapped in the, her name is Jenny. Jenny Olsen.
I want to let you know something. I hate that movie even more now.
Oh,
you just made me hate.
Well, what about Perry White? He was a black man. You know, Morpheus, no issue with that, but he wasn't a white guy.
Did he say Great Caesar's a ghost at all in the movie? He didn't say it at all?
No.
Are you freaking serious?
Well, I mean,
on.
see, here's the thing. So, that was one thing.
They
like,
mentioned Lana Lane, but they won't have him say his catchphrase.
Yeah,
Great Caesar's a ghost.
I guess so. Here, I'm gonna get into like all my, because like I said, I loved the movie. I've seen it twice. I love it. But let me tell you what my issues with it. One of the things that really I felt that just really like I don't know. I had a whole issue with the whole movie. There's things going on. You point out, you guys point out. But only one thing I really feel they messed up on. Seriously, they messed up on. It's the part where they're in their deadliest catch, you know, when they're out there out in the sea and the cage is going to fall. Well, there's a guy who runs and tackles Superman out of the way. Not possible. Later on in the movie, when he puts coffee on his head, a guy pushes him. Nothing happens. Clark Kent stands there, doesn't move, doesn't budge. How is it that some guy is able to tackle him and knock him down? Not possible. No way is that going to happen.
Paying attention at the moment?
Yeah, I don't think he braced himself for it. That's why Superman was...
There's no way possible that would have happened. There's no way. The guy would have ran up to him, hit him, and they would have just gotten stopped. Superman would have been like, what the hell was going on? And then the cage would have fell on him. Nothing would have happened. And that's why. But he knocked him down like he was any other person.
Maybe he heard him coming, eh?
So you didn't even disagree with the part when at the end when he knocked out the drone and he goes, you want to know where I hang up my cape? And he goes, yeah. And he goes, well, I'm from Kansas, but I'm not going to tell you where I live. And I'm like, you just told him that you're from Kansas. Like, and people have seen your face. All you got to do is post his face. See this guy? Who is he? Oh, he's Clark Kent. I went to high school with that guy. Especially the fat redhead guy that ratted him out. It's like, come on, man.
No, but see, that's why. See, look.
They're like two frames. Like,
you just take off the glasses.
That's Superman. This is how he looks.
Well, that's why.
At the Daily Planet. I totally know the guy.
It's like because it was at a different time. Then you can't like, okay, nowadays.
Wait,
like,
hold on.
I can't put my glasses.
I have no idea who you are. Where did Santos go?
Hold on.
Where did he go?
We got another surprise guest on the Brothers Bear
Santos
podcast.
back.
My name is Sant right now, right? Now I'm Santos, all right? No, but seriously though, like, all right, there's other things. Like, one of the things is like what I actually loved about this movie. Like, it was dark because I love the people did die. Like, stuff like that would happen in movies. Like, it always happens. Faceless people die. But the most gore, I guarantee you, none of you noticed this. Probably there was a gory death in this movie. The very first time when Superman is out fighting in Smallville, the jets are coming out and they shoot the first time. They fly around the second time. I remember how the guy, the big monstrous guy, jumps on the jet and he starts destroying it. You see him rip apart the fighter plane. Like, you see him you see guts and like all quick. And I was like, holy crap, like, you never see that in a superhero movie. Like, there was death and destruction, you know?
I wish they would have focused on that guy a little bit more. The big, huge, do you guys notice the big, huge guy?
Yeah.
8 foot tall. I was like, they would always show his face, like, from far off shots. You never got to see who he was. I would like to know a little bit about that guy.
You want an origin story with him?
I'm sure he's a pretty nice guy when you get down to it.
Yeah, I
he
mean,
likes crocheting. He's not a bad guy.
We use him to lift heavy things around the office.
Let's see. What else did I have an issue with? I mean, like I said, I really didn't have the stupid dog. Like, you know, they should just left the dog. I mean, we mentioned that earlier, you know, but I thought that was just so like that I'm seriously, that made me cry. Like the dad was so much about that. Like, I'm not gonna let you reveal yourself, because the dad was so much. It's like, if you show yourself to the world will not understand you, and they're gonna take you away.
It's a moral in that, man.
Yeah, so he was watching over his son.
In that dialogue,
so
right
he
there.
knew at that moment he cared so much for his son that he sacrificed himself in order to protect his son. And that's why at that moment he looks at him, puts his hand out, and then just shakes his head no. And he wanted to fly out, and then at that point thing takes him away, and you see just that the Superman, like, he knew he can save him. He didn't know how to fly yet, though. That's the thing. He learned how to fly later on, but he knew he could have saved him in some form or another, but because of his father told him no, he didn't do it. And
Yeah,
that
see,
was
I
just
will-
Happy
awesome.
Father's Day.
Hey,
Happy Father's Day.
Stupid dog. I hate that dog.
Superman had a lot of resentment for that dog.
I'm telling you, there was a lot of dogs in that damn movie. There was a lot of dogs.
That was the one
in
thing I hear Ruben in the
yourself.
theater. He's like, stupid dog. Like, he was all mad at the
Yeah,
dog.
he was sitting right next to me. That was one part that I was really trying to like, and up to that point, after I just gave up on the movie, after that point, I was like, stupid dog.
But I tell you, that was the most epic, like, death scene ever. That's like I was gonna say, like, when what's it called? The Rosenbaums. What's that the movie called? I can't.
Royal Tenenbaums?
The Royal Tenenbaums.
Yeah.
Right? On the tombstone it says "Save the dying family from a boat
yeah.
from a burning boat or from a burning building." That's like the most epic thing you could put. Died while saving a dog in a tornado.
And you notice the whole references where like they're trying to like, I know they were purposely doing this where they were trying to like secretly hint to you like Superman is Jesus in a sense.
Yeah, I saw that.
Did you notice that?
Saw that
like
part,
when he's in the
Well,
church
true,
and
man.
behind
Oh, yeah,
him.
dude.
But he is in a way like there's
they had a
this-
picture of
there's-
Jesus right there, and it was
Yeah,
Superman's
he's like
face.
talking about it because
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
right there at that moment. In order to save humanity, he's gonna sacrifice himself.
Savior,
Kind of like
dude.
Jesus. Yeah, he's a savior. Another thing too, just like with Jesus, right?
Connection here, guys. Come on, we gotta
God,
connect the
you know,
dots.
sends his only
His
son
son.
to earth to
Yeah.
save humanity, right? While Jor-El, like he sends his only son to save humanity. It's like a whole reference to Jesus. I like how
Gives him
they
a
spirit,
spirit,
but in
gives him a
reality, that's
spirit.
always existed in the
Hey,
comics.
it reminds me of those decals everyone wears from another planet or something like that.
Oh
right?
yeah, not from
this
another
earth.
planet.
Not from this earth.
Or not from this earth. There you go. See Jesus
Not of
and
this world.
Superman.
Not of this
Yeah,
world.
not of this world. You know, and that's obviously what they're going with this whole Superman thing. Like, I mean, who knows when was it when. Well, the guys, was it Schuster? No, it's not Schuster, right? Whoever, I can't remember the guys.
Michael Shannon?
No, the guys who created Superman, you know.
Schumacher.
No, the guys who, something like that.
something.
I mean, that's probably what they were thinking at that time. Like, it's like, let's kind of make him like a Jesus kind of figure, but
He was the
without
first.
saying it's
He was
Jesus.
the first. You gotta respect it. He was the first.
Yeah, too,
Yeah.
right? He was the first superhero.
Yeah, and you know, or was the Lone Ranger first?
Huh? I want to say he's first. So he's the first superhero with superpowers.
It's like, you know, Armie Hammer, the guy who's playing the Lone Ranger in this new movie.
Yeah.
He originally, because in 2008 they're already doing a Justice League movie. They were going into production. They already had screen tests and shots where like they were dressing up. And Armie Hammer, the guy who played the twins in Social Network, who's in the Lone Ranger in this upcoming movie, was Bruce Wayne. He was gonna play Bruce Wayne. They were already set to do the Justice League, but then stuff happened where they canceled the project, you know.
Oh.
And it's kind of like the Tim Burton movie that
Superman Lives.
Yeah, Superman Lives. And that honestly, I no joke, I know it would have been horrible. It would have been trash. But I really wish it would have happened. Just out of morbid curiosity.
Nick Cage is Superman?
Yes,
Are you serious?
come on, Nick Cage. There's
Oh
like an
my
awesome
gosh.
picture of
He
him.
has a receding hairline.
Yeah, but there's an awesome picture of him online, and that's
we
exactly
go.
how Superman looks now. His costume looks very familiar
Okay,
to
the
that.
costume with the face. Come on, look at that face.
Look at that jockstrap right
Nah,
there.
they would have
bro.
fixed him up a little.
Yeah,
Look at
come
that
on.
face. Look at the hairline.
I know,
Superman
dude.
doesn't
He
have
just
hair
looks
like
great.
that.
But anyways,
Super
we're
old
going
man.
to break. We'll be back, ladies and gentlemen.
on,
I hate that
guys.
face. I hate it. Everything about it.
The suit works, but the face just.
Kermit the Frog here. You're listening to the Brothers Bear Podcast live. We'll be right back. Yay!
A home is the biggest investment in most people's lives. Buying or selling should be a positive experience.
Whether you want to be a wealthy real estate investor or just trying to find a place to call home, at AJR & Associates, we focus on the client's needs.
We understand the market better than most. Let us bring the value to you and make the right choice.
AJR & Associates, making your dream house a reality. Call us today for a free consultation at 562-842-7149. Or you can log on to www.agrrealtors.com.
With a track record of great results, bringing knowledge, wisdom, and expertise to you. Hablamos español.
All right, parents, if you have kids in sports, then you need to listen to Kids in Sports with Coach Mike every Tuesday from 9 to 11 on the Rant Radio Network. We'll be talking softball and much more. Help your kids succeed. Teach first, win later. Coach Mike here. We'll see you on Tuesday in the Rant Radio Network.
What's up, guys? Sports Guru and Bud Knocker from the Sportscast, Wednesdays, 12 to 2 Pacific on Rant Radio Network.
We got everything you need to know about sports. We got all the latest video highlights. We got You Got Knocked the Fuck Out. We got Bonehead of the Week. We're talking sports, drinking beer, and having a good time.
If you missed the show, go to rantradionetwork.com and listen on demand. So check us out every Wednesday, 12 to 2 on Rant Radio Network.
Hi, I'm Alex Alanis.
And I'm Alonso Rodriguez.
And we are Real Estate Rant. Every Wednesday morning between 10 and 11 a.m.
Here at the towers of Rant Radio Network.
No problems, just solutions. Be sure to call in with your real estate problems, rants, questions, or comments, and let us try to find you a solution.
Tell us about an experience, good or bad,
and finally bury the hatchet once and for all.
In the world of real estate, find a fresh perspective. There's a lot more than meets the eye.
Help us to ensure the public trust, one rant at a time.
Comics, movies, TV, video games, cartoons, stand-up,
and many more geeky things.
This is the Brothers Bear Podcast
live.
Oh, okay. I couldn't hear. I was like, I couldn't hear. All right. Okay, we're at our last segment. All right. One of the things, like I said, if you're still listening, we've already spelled so much, but we're gonna spell one of the big pinpoint topics, and I want to know everyone's thoughts. We're gonna get all into this. At the very end, Superman kills, and I know that was one issue a lot of people had. So I want to know your thoughts about Superman killing.
In the actual comic book, if I'm not mistaken, he engages Zod and the two others, the girl and the big guy, and the way he actually does kill them, and that's the only time he kills anyone, or the first time he did, and he uses kryptonite to kill them, and he doesn't. It was because it was something he was totally against, and he actually kills them.
That's perfection right there, man.
What?
I mean, don't you have any? Can't you have any slip-ups here and there too? Like,
yeah,
maybe there's those are the untold
It's because he
stories
had to
of
do
Superman.
it. It's because he had to do it. There was nobody else more. I mean, think about it. In the comic books back in the 50s and 60s, there was no one else more powerful than Superman. They didn't have all these other characters like gods that were so much powerful than him. And so in the comic book,
in a sense, right? Like, I call it.
Up until that point,
can't kill my bro.
Up until that point, there was no one stronger than Superman. But when Zod came, it totally changed the game. So he had to do it. He had to kill. And there's a scene where it just shows him lift the box, open the box with the kryptonite, and it hit the rays, hit them, and it kills them. So yeah, I when he did it, I was like, oh, he had to do it.
Well, I mean, the scene, because I know Schweddy, you didn't. I know you didn't see the movie. I just thought it'd be funny. You didn't see the movie, but what we're talking about is there's a scene when they're like, it's Zod and Superman are fighting. The
last
main villain.
fight.
Yeah, the very last fight they're fighting. At what point they're like in a train station, and Superman gets Zod in a headlock, and Zod shoots like his heat ray, and there's like a family right there, and they're like basically he's gonna kill them because that's the one thing he knows. Like he's unstoppable. He'll kill. And he knows Superman won't. So it's at that point, Superman has to make a decision. Do I save this family, even though a bunch of millions of people just died, but let me just focus on this family right now and save them?
Never mind the damage that's going to happen when these buildings fall on people.
Yeah, no.
My girlfriend's here now.
Stop these 3 people from getting burned to death.
Yeah.
His girlfriend's there. His girlfriend's there. You can't kill somebody in front of your girlfriend.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's just one more family.
He breaks Zod's neck. He breaks his neck and stops him. But the thing, this is why I have no issue. I know, in the comics he had actually previously killed. But the one thing why I know a lot of people are like, no, it's still like one of my friends. He told me, he turned to me, he's like, no, he's like, he killed. It's not. And the one thing I liked is because Superman showed emotion afterwards because he realized, like he screams, like he knows he had no choice. He cares so much for humanity, the human race, that he had to do it, or he would have killed him, and he had no choice. And it was a really good scene. I loved it. I mean, I thought it was.
I was
great.
in a weenie theater that had I know there's sometimes where I'm at.
Did you say you were in a weenie theater?
Yeah, weenie people basically. Like there's moments where I'm in a theater and like the stupid cheering and clapping. Sometimes I hate it, but sometimes like certain movies I want it, and it was just complete silence. Like not even like one of those comical relief moments where there was like a funny scene, like just no laughter whatsoever. Wow. But like certain scenes where you just want to be like, yeah! Like that scene was one for me. When that happened, I was like, oh. All right, never mind. Like I got excited. I was like ready to high five the nearest person to me, but no one was like, oh, okay, all right.
It's like being at an Angels game. That's a good hit.
Yeah. Golf clapping throughout the whole thing.
Okay. What's the score?
Did the rally monkey come out yet?
I'm gonna drink my coffee right now.
Theaters, I know you're watching.
Hate.
I'll get you to hate. We'll get you to hate this movie eventually.
All right. Well, like I said,
I'm sorry, but yeah, like I really loved that whole thing. And yeah, that was one thing, because it wasn't like he was cool about it. Like, yeah, he was just like chill. There's like, he knew what it did. But the fact that he showed emotion, that he was just screaming and yelling because he knew, that whole setup to it. And the fact that he yelled was just like, he had no choice.
But he didn't yell like that when buildings were falling on people. So what's up with that?
Maybe in his mind.
Man,
Maybe in his mind.
I gotta kind of take advantage of the moment. You know what I mean?
Do
I keep?
You know what you're complaining about, dumb thing.
I in that moment, because he was trying to stop it. He was fighting this guy, and that was the I know, Mom. What the? You know,
when he threw the guy through the 7-Eleven and exploded, there wasn't anybody working that day at 7-Eleven. Did you see that part?
Yeah.
When he threw it, I was like,
Hey,
seriously?
like,
hey,
there might be
Smallville
children
is
in there.
Hey, you know how many
Smallville
7-Elevens I walk in and there's nobody in there? I'm like, oh. am I gonna just walk out with this green tea here?
Look, you don't mind one
Or
guy
Superman
behind the
gonna just come
register.
back.
It's okay, as long as he saved that family at the end. That's all that matters, you know.
And a dog.
And Lois Lane and a dog. That's the only thing. People care more. Look, I guarantee you, if that dog would have died, people would have
just been all over it.
People would have been more sad on the fact that dog died than millions of people. Yeah, seriously, like people care about dogs more. Like that's why in Independence Day, that one scene. When the dog jumps through in the fire, everybody cheers in the theater. They're happy a dog. Yet millions upon millions of people just died in L.A., burned to a crisp. Yet everybody
You got to take the good or the bad. The dog got to live.
For some reason,
the dog has to live.
Yeah. We know the dog.
Stupid dog.
I don't know all those people getting burnt, man.
Come on, the animal eats its own crap. You're more concerned about that.
Hey, I work with animals, so I can't say anything.
All right. Well,
there was probably some child molesters there too that deserved to die. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, see, the people did deserve to die. You know.
God,
It's like, yes, they deserve to die, and I hope they burn in hell. I should have said that for my quote at the end, damn it. But anyways, well, that's the most we could get into for this time. I mean, we could continue talking and talking.
Oh, I got one thing, man. I got to say one thing.
Oh, yeah, go for it, because, I mean, it's going to be your point. So say your thing and go into Song of the Week.
All right. So does Superman sleep? Do you guys know that? Does he sleep at all?
Yeah, he has to sleep.
Well, I mean, I'm sure there's...
He takes naps, maybe? He's too super
I
for
don't
sleep
know.
and maybe, do a power nap.
Because
here
the
and there.
sun energizes him, right? It brings him
Wasn't that why he goes out like in the Earth's atmosphere and just chills up there aside from like listening?
Yeah, because it kind of the sun, the rays, the radiation, like it kind of powers him up.
Oh, it keeps him going, right?
Yeah.
So he doesn't eat then either, right?
You don't ever see Superman eat in the movie.
I don't think so, man.
Or as Clark Kent, like he doesn't go to a burger joint or
I want
something.
to know how he got that ripped up.
Yeah, right? How does that
Did
come
he,
with
did
a...
he take creatine for that or
Yeah,
something? Or what?
you're born with that?
Insanity.
Yeah.
Hey, I did an insanity
why
workout on
can't
the
you
boat, on the
Zumba,
stripping
perhaps,
boat.
you know?
Why can't you be like all super and like, be fat, Either way, you're indestructible. Why does he have to be fit? Like,
We just
does it
caught the
even-
code. We
does
just
it
caught
even
the
matter?
code.
Yeah,
We
right?
caught them.
There you
Exactly.
go. Let's create a fat superhero.
And does a lazy Superman, is he like any less powerful? Like,
DC's discriminating against fat people. DC.
A lazy
Totally, dude.
Superman?
Yeah, like a lazy Superman that doesn't
Well,
want to
I
help
mean, Marvel
anybody.
had the Blob.
I was about to
Yeah.
bring that up too.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And
Well,
Juggernaut, he's a big fat like buff.
No,
He's like the
he's
husky fat guy. That husky fat guy. That's it.
You got 2 minutes. So if you want to do your Song of the Week, sir.
All right. Well, I was gonna end it off with thinking that Superman, when he was young, and like no one, he doesn't sleep and shit, and no one knows, that people sleep or whatever, and they don't know what he's doing or whatever. I thought that it's possible that he could be like Peter Pan or something, So he flies.
Is he
Like,
chasing
it's
his own
just-
shadow or something? Or what?
his alter ego or something, Peter Pan. It gives him a chance to play with kids. Kind of like be a real boy or something in a sense.
I'm a real boy.
I don't ever want to grow up. I'm tired of saving
I
people.
think he gave the best points this entire show.
All right, man.
Superman
You
is
got 2
Peter
minutes,
Pan.
sir.
Yeah, so Superman rocks. Song of the week time, bro.
It's time for Schweddy's Song of the Week.
I bet it's not even connected.
Yeah, I don't even think it's connected. It's time for Schweddy's Song of the Week. There you go.
Song of the week.
What's going on here, bro?
All right, anyways, go on.
All right, this week's Song of the Week, I'm going to give it to this guy named, I don't know his name, but I know his band name. It's French, so I don't know if I'm going to say it right, but it's called Toro y Moi. Does anyone know?
No.
All right. He's a Frenchie. And he plays good tunes. I'm gonna get this track right here for you guys called "Grown Up Calls." It's very sexy, and I play this song in my head when I. Oh wait, I don't want to say that in the air. Never mind. It's a nice, sexy song. If you like that French house, synth pop, indie pop, R&B type stuff.
I like synth pop.
Yes.
Not the hip hop.
Tori Moy.
Awesome.
Check our Facebook page. I'll post the video for that.
All right,
I just want to say that Superman has been the longest hipster ever to live wearing fake glasses.
Yeah.
Oh,
dude.
God.
Hey,
All right, ladies and gentlemen.
does he even have those lenses things?
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
He does. But all right, we got to be going out, so that's why I want to give a big thanks to our guests on the show.
You guys rock.
Thank you guys for being on the show. It was awesome. And as the great General Zod has said, Neo before Zod. That's another episode in the bag.
Thank you guys.
Woo!
This is the Brothers Bear Podcast Live. We're gonna come back, so please come back. Yo.